Well, hello there. Bit of a different setup today. I'm going to be doing some photography for Black Angel because I'm going to be doing a... Oh, by the way, hi, it's it's Ryan from Nights Around a Table. Forgot all my decorum. I'm not going to be talking a whole lot. I know that sounds hard to believe, but I'm going to be trying to do some photography for Black Angel. So if you're working, maybe you can co-work with me. And new as of this stream, I actually signed up for a music service so that we could play some music while we work. So got old school funk queued up. It's not all old school funk. It doesn't really. This is going to be sideways on the view, but I'll show you what I'm doing. I actually have to. I forgot to go in and delete all of the old photos that I did from past projects. So this is for Outnumbered. Video that launched on my channel a couple of weeks ago. Oh, there's just a couple. Huh, okay. Is there any more? No, looks good. So that's my shot list. My tally list, and I always take a picture of it before I start. Hey, DJ Mach-V, glad you could join me. I always take a picture of this shot list before I begin, just so that if I messed up with the numbering, I can go back and check my tally marks. So I use this whiteboard slate just to slate my shots. Every shot has a number, as you can see on the sidebar there. And they're all grouped according to which section of the board I'm going to photograph. So all the B shots are the board shots, and all the PB shots are the player board shots. Now the tricky bit is getting this sucker to work. That's my remote shutter. And the, well, I'm gonna have to take my earpiece out to make this work. What are you working on, DJ Mach-V? DJ Mach-V is a DJ, everybody. Among other things. Is DJ your day job? I don't even know. I don't even know. I've never even asked. Right. So getting this working. You're on. Are you taking pictures? Hello? Click. Click. You're not. Let me just go into my Bluetooth settings. Oh, you're having a day off. That's great. You're having a day off and you're spending it with me. My gosh, my wife doesn't even do that. Bluetooth. Cam kick shutter. Connected. You say it's connected. See, this is the thing with this software that I'm using. Is if I go to camera. Whoa, no. If I go to camera, the shutter will work just fine. But then if I go to the software that I'm using, there's something wrong with the software, Pro Camera, and it doesn't work. Go, you jerk. Here, I'll have to close it and open it again and see if I can get it to go. The day job is working at a big children. Oh yeah, you've mentioned that so many times, and I always ask you, and you always have to repeat it. Children's charity, right? I just saw a great Mitchell and Webb sketch about a couple whose jobs are misaligned. He's a pediatrician dealing with sick and dying children, and his partner's a ice cream taster at the ice cream factory. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I can't get the shutter button to work. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a clip of this and I'm gonna show it to the people who develop Pro Camera and see, like, look, your shutter button doesn't work. Or the shutter button works, because again, one more time, I'll go to camera. This is just the Apple. Boom, works, no problem. We go over to Pro Camera. and shino work. I don't know. When the shutter button doesn't work, that's it. I'm pooched. I can't get anything done. It is Bluetooth. It is Bluetooth. But I don't know. Sometimes if I hold it down a while, then the software goes, oh, you want me to take a picture. I don't know what accent I'm giving the software. I don't know if that's very polite, but... No, it's not the battery. I just replaced the battery as of the last project, and it's been all, like, the switch has been off the entire time. So hopefully this entire thing won't be watching me try to get the shutter button working, but oh man, here, I'll close that. I'll close it. Oh, yes. And the reason why I need to use a shutter button is because a bunch of my videos involve stop motion photography. So when I rely on just like tapping the phone, even just that slight pressure of like pushing my finger against the phone is enough to move the phone and kind of like make the shot wiggle. So it's no good. Okay, let's try again. What does Procamera do for you that the photo app doesn't? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that the native app does this. So check this out. This little WB button down here is white balance. So I can set the white balance exactly how I want it in Procamera. This is the major thing, the major reason I use Procamera. 4200 is around there is what I always set it to, so that my white balance is consistent for all of my videos. And you can set the ISO and the f-stop, and I just keep them the same because I still haven't figured out, despite taking a college photography course, I still can't wrap my mind around ISOs and f-stops. But there's another cool thing. It's got this great feature that I only use for certain videos, but I'm going to see if I can get it to. It's this forced perspective thing, so that if you've got an angled board and the lines converge into the distance, I paid extra for this too. Instead, you can conform it, so that rectangle that you're seeing, you can conform the shot to a rectangle, which is awesome, especially when, you know, like in a game like this where the boards are really big. If I do this, I've got, you know, the converging lines up there, but if I want it to just be like, just head on, sorry, HDR is not what I want, it's this thing. If I want to just be head on, it can do head on. The problem though is once you add anything with height to it, I'm not closing the app. Okay, I'll try to close the app. Anything with height to it and it starts looking like really screwy. I don't know if you can see that, but things kind of start looking like a wonkaroo. Okay, let me try closing the app. What am I doing that I'm not closing the app? Like I do this and then I swipe and the app is closed. No, is that not how you close an app? Swipe up to get the multiple window view, then swipe out the app window. Yeah, that's what I just did. I don't know. Try holding the button down. Okay, here we go. Oh, it just doesn't go. I'll try turning this off and on again. Also double check the Bluetooth settings. I will. Let's go to the Bluetooth settings. Thank you for the troubleshooting help, friends. What a pain in the bottom. But at least the tunes are groovy, right? Abject failure. Technology sucks. All right, Bluetooth. Here we go. Okay, so it says not connected. It's that second one, the cam kick shutter. I turn on the power, and I wait. Connected. You all saw it. It said connected. All right. I'm gonna get out of there. I'm gonna go into thing. I'm gonna click. Yeah, Geek Squad. No kidding. Geek Squad wouldn't be able to figure this out. I'm a bit of a geek myself. It's sort of a secret. I don't like to let other people know that. But if I can't figure this out, it's the software. Like the software is jank-a-roo. Like I say, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works, and it's just the way I get it to work is just like a constant shutting down of the app. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that for a little while and I'll just start setting up my first shot. Let's see what the first shot is. I'm going to do the B shots first. Let me just get my mouse focused on the right thing. Where are the B shots? B01. One more idea. Okay, hit me with the one more idea, Dom. That transform function I use Snapseed for, it's a great post photo editor. Is it an edit? Can you take pictures with Snapseed? Like, I'm all for other software. If this Pro Camera thing, like, I haven't been happy with Pro Camera, let me just, to put it lightly. Forget the device and then repair. Okay, I can try that. Settings. And I swear, like, it's not the device, because, okay, I'm going to, no, forget this device. Forget it. Forget this device. Now it's off, and now it's on. Oh wait, before I do any of this, I'm gonna close Pro Camera in the background. Pro Camera closed. Great. Settings. Here we go. Go. I hope no sensitive information is on my iPhone screen this entire time. All right. Hair. Cam kick shutter. There it is. Resume. Yes, connected. You also. Oh, you can't actually see that. It's off. It's cut off because we're waffling between portrait and landscape is what's going on. So connected, great, and I can show you that it's connected by going to camera. Okay, here we go. Click, and it took a picture. Great. So shutter works, no problem with the shutter. So now we go into Pro Camera. Click. It's not taking a picture. So does that prove then that Pro Camera is borked? The software just doesn't work. What a pain. Yeah, I think so, says Dom. I agree. Like, I'm going to show them this video. And I've told them before, I put in a ticket about it before, and they're like, oh, make sure you update. Okay, maybe that's just the last thing I'll try. I'll just try updating. Hold on here. App Store. Search for Pro Camera. Like, I'd love to be able to recommend this software to people, but because it does some nice stuff, but it's just so like that. The other thing that it doesn't do, and why I have to keep turning my head, is that it doesn't beam out to a monitor. What's the dot to dot icon to the right of the manual picture button? Give me a moment and to finish this, and I'll go grab that. It doesn't beam out to a monitor. It'll beam out to a monitor, but it doesn't. How do I explain it? Okay, so when you turn your phone in landscape mode, it'll turn in landscape mode. Fine, everything works. But software-wise, it's not telling the phone that it's in landscape mode, if that makes sense. So when you beam out by HDMI to a monitor, it's still in portrait, even though your phone is turned, because it hasn't told the OS. And I contacted the developer, and the developer was like, oh, that's because that white line that you can see on the right. Oh, you can't see it because it's a bit cut off. But you know the white line on an iPhone that you use to like swipe up and close apps and stuff like that. He doesn't want it on the bottom of the screen because he thinks it doesn't look good. Like, I don't care if it looks good. I want to be able to see my picture. So as a result, since I've switched to the iPhone for all my photography, you may have noticed in some of my videos, unfortunately, some of the shots are a bit blurry and unfocused, and it's because I can't always see with this tiny iPhone screen in front of my face that my shot's not in focus. I can see it if I have this huge monitor right in front of me. I would be able to see it, I could blast it out to that, but I can't always tell, and that's because the software doesn't work. What is the ... you asked? This thing? I don't know what that is. It takes a picture anyway. It takes a picture. That's the chakra alignment button. I know that in the settings, it here, let me go to the settings. It's still not working. Did it restart with the new version though? I don't know. Okay, it's closed now. Here we go. Man, I promised photography. I don't know. Okay. Nothing. In the settings, you're able to set it so that it's like it uses the volume up button to take a picture. Anti-shake. That's what that chakra button is, I guess. What a pain. What a pain. Settings down here. Settings. Turn my head. Get out of here. All right. Inversion, focus and exposure, full screen trigger. Yes, here it is, volume buttons. So that makes the, maybe I should turn the volume buttons off, because that makes it so that you can use the volume buttons to take a picture. So maybe that's interfering? I don't know. Let me see if advanced settings has anything. Video focus mode, video fire, hearing option, system sounds. I don't know. Okay, but now that that one option's off, in troubleshooting things, you should try to like only do one thing at a time so you know what actually worked. Okay, so the volume button's off. Click. Nothing. Man, oh man. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to just switch to the basic camera app, which I kind of don't want to do, but... Oh yeah, that's the other thing I do. It'll put grids on. You need grids of all different kinds. It does some nice stuff, but it screws up like the most basic things. What's the we already asked. That's the chakra alignment button. Okay, yeah. Focus and exposure, full screen trigger. Turn on full screen trigger to tap anywhere in the viewfinder to take a photo to start stopping. Okay. You cannot tap focus exposure anymore. Yeah, I don't want that because I do want to be able to tap focus and exposure. Geotagging, I kind of don't need. App icon. I don't know. Man, oh man. How's everybody else's day going? Oh god. I'd love to figure this out though. And it's nice that I've got witnesses, because I felt like I was going crazy. Exposure bracketing. Using video quality. I don't know, man. Oh, thank you for sharing my frustration, Don. I appreciate that. Settings. Self-timer, autosave, exposure bracketing, HDR settings, video zoom, video quality, save location, edited version, focus and exposure, volume buttons. I'll turn volume buttons back on, because that's, I think, the setting that makes it so that it listens to... Because I think what this does... I might be wrong, but I think what this does is it just registers a volume up click on the phone. So this software listens for that so that you can use a remote shutter with it. Nothing. And like every once in a while, like it'll just work. I've never had this much trouble with it, but it'll just work. And then I'll be happily clicking along and taking photos, and then it'll like, it'll stop working just in the middle of a shoot. And I'll be like, no, I guess I don't get to do photography anymore. Almighty. I'm definitely right, it's the app that's broken. Okay, I'm glad. Let me see if I were to use the camera, just the standard camera app. Unless, like, if you guys can recommend another piece of software. I blew cash on this thing. Don C says, hey now. Hey now, Don C. Don C, having trouble with stupid software. Okay, what would I not be able to do with this? I wouldn't be able to set white balance, which is one of the major reasons I use that, and I wouldn't be able to use exposure. Oh yeah, that's one huge reason why I don't use the camera app. I don't think, you correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I can lock exposure. So what happens is I'll be putting stuff on the board, and especially in games that have like a high light dark contrast, when I take elements away and the shot gets darker because it's showing more of the dark table, it detects that different amounts of light are getting in through the sensor and it changes the shot. So, and that's terrible when I'm doing a sequence. What I really want to do is just lock exposure so that the sequence of animated shots looks consistent all the way through. If it's constantly adjusting the exposure based on what I put on and take off of the table, then you get like kind of like a flickering or strobing effect when you play everything back, which is no good, which is why I have to use something like Pro Camera. Doesn't have to be Pro Camera. I would love it for it to be, what do I use over here? Scroll past all my porno anime games. No, Filmic Pro is what I use for all my motion shots. I'd love to be able to do that, but Filmic Pro doesn't do like static shots. Frustration is made much easier with with the groovy music playing in the background. Okay. I don't know if I press volume up if it'll take a picture. Nope, doesn't even work with volume up or volume down. Broken app. Yeah, I'm definitely sending the video to them after the fact. This is disgraceful. Am I in the wrong mode or something? Man, you guys wanted to see some stop motion animation, I'm sure. Could I restart the phone? I could restart the phone. I forget how you restart an iPhone. Is it this button and the volume up button? Yes, slide the power off. Let's power that off. Just give it a little nappy nap, shall we? Did I miss a Twitch follower? Was I at 71? I thought I was. Did I miss something? I'm sorry if I did. What are you working on today, Dom? Dom_Nick_name. I saw some cool, I follow a lot of like etymology people on TikTok, and there's a neat etymology to nickname. It's talking about words, and I forget what the term for it is, but it's words that got kind of, I don't want to say perverted because that's a loaded word, but corrupted, I guess, because they started with a vowel, and so you'd say like an egg, and then the word for egg became neg. That's not a real example, but it happened with nickname. It used to be ek name, and you'd say an ek name, and then it got repurposed into nickname. Useless etymology for you on a Tuesday afternoon. Here we go. Power on. Martin, says Harold. Hey, Harold. Glad you could join us. Cool. I don't know what the different colors mean. Harold, why is your name red? I might have to change that because I find it really hard to read against this blue background that I've got going on. You can't see the blue background, but I can, and it's hard to read people's names. Some come in blue and some come in red. And that's adjustable, and I definitely want to adjust it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Maybe I'll take that off just while I punch in my password. Yeah, not that like you'd have to like get to my house and get my phone. Okay. So to reiterate, does it work? Oh, it's not even showing. Go. I said go. Does it work with the shutter button? Not yet. Okay, interesting. Cam kick shutter not connected. Off. Wait a few seconds. On. Boosh. It's fine. Connected. Good. It says connected. You can't see it. I can. Trust me. If we go to camera. Take a picture. Fantastic. I'm going to have all these useless pictures of my hand in the shot. And go to pro camera. Nothing. I don't know, man. Like, if you guys weren't watching, I'm not too sure what the name of the app is Pro Camera. Dom says, I'm editing a photography set at the moment, then I want to try soloing Fallout with Atomic Bonds upgrade pack. I have not played Fallout. You know what? I played the original Fallout game, but I didn't get into Fallout 3 because it was a little too gory for me. In the first two Fallout games, the 2.5D ones, there were some chunks, but they were little, and it was easy for me to handle. But I think in Fallout 3 is a little bit too. It was too much. It was too in your face. Well, I mean, if you do photography stuff, man, Dom, do you have a recommendation for an app that I could grab that? I mean, the things I need to be able to use, clearly I need to be able to use a remote shutter button with it. That's like tops. I need to be able to lock exposure. and to lock focus, and I need to be able to adjust and lock white balance. Those are like the 4 things I really need. Oh, you should print and sign all of those hand photos and auction them off. Oh my god, the clamor, could you imagine? I won't do that because I don't want to start any sort of riot or endanger people. It's like my friend Sean, when we did a stream a couple Sundays ago, he said you should take all the shrink wrap that you take off your boxes and like sell that to people. Like, are you cracked? I do not have that level of celebrity yet. I'm working on it, damn it. Oh, this makes baby Jesus sad. I mean, here, I'm going to turn this one off. I do have a backup button. Let's get her going. I like this one because it goes around my neck, but I could repurpose this strap so that it fits this one. Okay, do you work? Not quite yet, you don't. But it's the same. It's this. I mean, this will totally prove that it's the software's fault, because once I get this one working, you'll see that it works with the native camera app, and it doesn't work. Shrink wrap ASMR. I'm opening the box. Nobody and box farts. Nobody watches the unboxings as it is, so they definitely wouldn't watch ASMR anything with me at the helm. Okay, here we go. On. Click. Not connected, not connected, not connected, not connected. There, connected. AB shutter 3 at the top, connected. Great. We go to camera. This is going to be like a... Whew, it's going to be like a 2-hour-long bug report for a pro camera developer. There we go. Native camera app. Whoops. Oh, she no work. Oh, wait. Oh, nope. Nope, I don't want to take a video. I want to take a photo. Oh, weird. You're not working. More readable color? No, less readable color. I'm assuming that's Harold. We went way too far in the other direction. Now it's almost... I mean, that's not your fault, is it? Are you setting that color? Because your color is now almost the exact shade of the background of the chat that I'm looking at here. I can, not to cross the streams or anything, but there's you at the bottom of the... So you went like a dark indigo. All right, here we are. Oh, something's happening. There, took a picture. One more time. Took a picture. So this shutter button is confirmed working in the native app. We go to Pro Camera. Spoiler alert. All right. Gonna go. Unbelievable, eh? Unbelievable. I don't know how to count for it. Like a basic feature. Basic, a crucial feature for what I'm doing. I wonder if, let me take a look at the shots and I'll see if there's actually too many animated sequences, because it might be the kind of thing where I can get away with touching the screen, even though I would very much prefer not to do it. So if we were to go to, let's see, B01, what is B01? B01, full board, pop the blue robot. No, there's no way I can do that without a shutter. So when I say pop blue robots into the break room, so what the very first shot that I'm trying to get is this section, which is the break room, and it's going to show in the video all the blue robots like, right, which means I have to like place one click, paste one click, but I actually don't do it that way, which I'd love to show you if this shutter button was working. I'd actually start with them all there and take them away, because in putting them on the board, there's you run a higher risk of like knocking something over. It's easier to take stuff around. Using an analog clicker instrument to control digital thing. Fun. Yeah, I know, right? God. Yeah, Harold. Yeah, I can see you now. I can see you now. You're lighting up beautiful. Do I have an Apple Watch? I don't. Do I look like a billionaire? No, I don't have one. You can do it with that. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I wonder if... Well, I mean, Like, it doesn't, it's not this. This isn't the problem. The software is the problem, right? Because I was just wondering, like, I've got this old iPhone kicking around that I'm using for animations. Join us on the Discord server, by the way. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Spiel Knights. Another Knights. That's good. You're in good company here. Too bad that oh man, all my graphics are overlapping each other. Duh, it's a mess. It's a madhouse there. Let's get that off of there. Ah, marvelous. What was I going to say? Yeah. So it's not the device. So I was thinking like, oh, I could probably use this as a shutter button somehow and get it connected here. But like, even if I do that, it's going to work in the native camera app. It's not going to work in Pro Camera. Man, I might have to just... this is like worst stream ever. Man, I've really set the bar low for entertaining streams. This is a work stream, right? You know, things don't go well at work. Let me just check and just see if Pro Camera remote shutter not, and I just typed the word not. How do I get my remote shutter to work? Yeah, they gave all the standard. I gotta put Pro Camera in quotes. Here, maybe I'll just so you can see what I'm doing. I'll aim. This is super jank. Pro Camera not. Oh, that looks like hell, I'm sure. Shutter. How do I use the Bluetooth remote shutter? Please make sure you have volume buttons turned on by opening control panel settings. Yeah, I do. Where was that? Settings, just to make sure. Settings. Where were they? Volume buttons. Volume buttons off, volume buttons on. Okay. Make sure you have volume buttons turned on by opening the control panel settings volumes button. On principle, you can trigger programmer shutter remotely via Bluetooth if your third-party Bluetooth shutter emulates a headset. That's all it says on the official site. There's something saying Apple Watch will do the trick, just like you said, Don. I don't know, man. One thing I'll check. Here, I'll try again, just because, you know, sometimes you can sneak up on it and it'll work. Watching someone else struggle with technology while you happen to be struggling can be quite cathartic. Misery loves company, I guess. Ain't that the truth, Varys? Are you struggling with technology currently? What are you futzing around with today that's not working for you? Okay. Nothing. It's getting around time to dump Pro Camera. Like I said, I would love to be able to use Filmic Pro, but I don't think they do still shots. But just in case they've changed that, let me just go to the App Store real quick and update Filmic Pro, and then we'll check it out. Filmic Pro, like I said, is what I use for all my my motion shots, and I really like it. Filmic Pro, go. Filmic Pro video camera update. This is definitely stop motion, yeah. Dead standstill. Does it have batteries? What does the shutter button have batteries? I think that we've determined that it's not the shutter button. We tried two different shutter buttons. They both work with the native camera app. Neither of them work with Pro Camera. And I can even like watch when I open Filmic Pro. I bet the shutter button works with Filmic Pro, no problem. It's just the software, right? Relocated the audio input gain control. I don't from the okay, sure. Okay, I don't know what that means. That's fine. So the problem with Filmic Pro is I don't think it does still shots. It's not responding to the button either. But yeah, I think it's only for video, which is a pain. My oh my. Go simple with T-shooting. Reboot the phone, turn off Bluetooth, turn back on, and then replace the battery. I don't know what T-shooting stands for, but again, I think that I've established that it's not the device's problem at all. And this is a brand new battery that I put in as of last shoot, which was a week ago. Right, this isn't on. Let me turn it on. You're getting tech working for the kids' remote lessons. Oh, yeah. When do your kids start, Varys? My eldest just started yesterday. This is her second day in high school, 10th grade, and then my youngest is going in a week. But they're both going in person. They're both double vaxxed. They both have to wear masks. I'm in Ontario, right? So every place on the planet, I guess, has different policies. But I'm happy with those policies. I fully expect everything to shut down in a month anyway. I mean, one thing that I could do... Have you tried screaming at it and then crying? I did, actually, last shoot. Sometimes that works. Yeah, you're so right. I'm just going to go into panic not working mode and just constantly... Look at all these apps I have. How did... I thought I shut the phone down. Why are all these apps still open? You saw me shut the phone down. Does it just relaunch them all? Like, what the heck? Whew. Alright, everything's shut down. Just to double check on the camera. Takes a picture. Just in case there's some weird interference or whatever, I'm going to close the camera app. It's not closing, that's fine. Okay, that's closed. And I go to Pro Camera. It doesn't work. Double check that I got the right setting. All apps are TSR until you stop them. You guys throw acronyms at me all the time. I'm not going to go to acronymfinder.com today. What does TSR stand for? Full screen triggers on. It shouldn't be. Oh no, that was volume buttons. My head's sideways. I'm just gonna lay on the button until it figures it out. But like, even like that setting, like, it's so broken, because check this out. It's supposed to respond to the volume buttons as a trigger for taking a picture. Watch, I'll push the volume button. The volume button does not trigger a picture. So it's like just super broken. Oh, totally slow, really. Terminate, stay ready. I see. Yeah, I've never heard that one. I do tech things. Do I dare try to shoot this one with the native app? I don't know. Let's do some shots and see how it goes. I just want to get something working, for heaven's sakes. Or heavens to Murgatroyd, even. Okay, what's the first shot? BO1. Pop the blue robots in the break room, then all others. Pop on tokens for compartments, starting with what? Whoa, that does not work nicely. Well, starting with... there's one thing that I have to do before I get that shot. I made a note to myself that before I do anything, I have to get the dice shot. So there's a dice shot right off the top of dice being rolled. So I need to get that first, because what I learned not to do when you're doing board game video shoots is don't ever have shots where you're putting dice of certain values down and then require yourself to roll those numbers in a shot later. You know what I mean? Always do the randomized dice rolling shot, and then it sounds obvious, but based on what you roll, then you set up the next shot, if that makes any sense. Because, as you'll see in a moment, rolling dice on camera is difficult. Getting them to land in the right place is really hard. So this first shot is just... One of my dice is pooched. One of my green dice has like a weird defect on it. Look at that. Can you see that? It's a little... Up here. Look at that goofy thing. Oh. Okay. What we're doing is we're rolling dice. So I decided to put the black tablecloth down because it's, you know, outer space, but I generally hate shooting on this velvet. Sorry, Ryan, so frustrating for you. Thank you, Poppy. Sometimes I delete and reload apps when they stop working. I could try that, but I don't think that that's the problem. I think the problem is that it's a bug. It's a bug that I've asked them to fix, and they said, "Oh, just update it. It should be working just fine." And I think this video will provide ample evidence to them. I'll send them the link to this stream afterwards, and I'll say, like, "Look, super doesn't work. Look at all the stuff I tried." And if you detect malice, like I've done development of things before. I know things get bugs, but like it's just frustrating that I asked, and it continues to plague me. All right, so if I do that, yeah, that's right around there. Okay, so I just adjust the white balance. Again, I like to have a consistent white balance every single time for every single app I use, which is around 4200. And this is another app that has a weird bug in it. You'd think, well, Ryan, why don't you save this in a profile and load the profile every time? I do, and then it just instantly changes, it ignores the settings. Software! Here we go. So normally I would slate the shot, but since there's only 2, yeah, let's slate it. Why not? Telltale sign is that the volume is not triggering the shutter. Yeah, exactly, right? If that's the feature, click the volume button to make the shutter happen, and that's not even working, which seems like a much more simple interface than, you know, using the remote button. So I've just got a number and letter system for all my shots. So if I hold that on there just for a few seconds, then in the thumbnail that it takes of the video when I'm using it in my file system, it'll show DO1. So I gotta lock focus before I do anything, and I'll lock exposure. See, look, they roll right across the screen. That looks like crap. Nope, I want them more centered. And then with every single roll, I mess up the velvet. Okay, that's okay. So I'm gonna hold on that for a little bit. Is that the one I'm gonna go with? Nah, I think I can do better. You'll also find I'm a perfectionist to a frustrating degree. Still see white fuzzies on this cloth. And of course, I'll go in later and I'll color treat it so that that black doesn't look nearly as washed out. Oh no. Nope. No good. I should have kept the slightly okay one. Try stop motion app, Don says, if there is one. Thanks for stopping in, Don. I have to jet, but I'll check back in a few hours and see if you're still struggling. Oh, I will be. My life is struggle. Telltale sign, yes. Also, send this Twitch chat and let him know you brought a support posse. I will. I'll say my crew's gonna get you. No, it's not nice, but man, fix your software. And if it was free software, I would have less cause for complaint. But I paid money for it. I paid money for it. Come on. We'll get a good one. I don't know my own strength here. And look, this fuzzy that wasn't there before just got reintroduced. There we go. So that's a blue 1, a green 1, a yellow 3. 1, 1, 3, yellow 3. Blue 1, green 1, yellow 3. And I'll hang out there just long enough so that I don't... Because if the shot's too short, I gotta do a hold frame. Anyway. Okay, so I got that shot. Those are the 3 faces. Now we'll bring the board back in. Hey, something's happening. Something's happening. Okay, sorry that this got a little bit cut off. I didn't realize that it was going to do that. I actually, you know what? I can adjust. I can fix shot list filters. Let me just adjust here on the left so you can see these shot list calls a little bit better. 1250. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, full board. Pop in the blue robots in the break room, then all there's pop on the tokens for the compartments, starting with you. Wrote this script a while back. I hope I remember what the heck it means. Pop on tokens for compartments. token. Oh yeah, okay, okay, got it. I know what I'm talking about. Then this is a complicated shot right off the top. Then pop in a single robot for each depot. Okay. Pop off a yellow, blue, and green die. Pop them in your compartment. Use the numbers from the D shot below. Aha! So that's why we had to do the D shot first. Repeat for all other players. All right, that's lots. Okay. Yay! Hello, Ryan. Lots of dice throwing. This view is a bit zoomed in on the dice. Yeah, that one was. But here's where we're going to get into a little bit more. If you're just joining me, and I think you are, I'm having major issues with my software that I use to take pictures. I'm going to try it one more time just because it would be way better if this worked. Click. So frustrating. Ugh. The problem is just that I really rely on this remote shutter button, and it's not working. And it's not the shutter button's fault, it's the software's fault, just to confirm. Yeah, man. My gosh. I don't know. I'm clinging to this pretty hard, I realize. I'll turn that off. And we'll see. Click, nothing. Click, click, nothing. Then go back. Settings. Back here. Click, nothing. Click volume, nothing, nothing. Okay. Scrap it, throw it out. Now, alright, how do I deal with this when I have to adjust the... No. I don't like working with the native camera app. It's difficult. No, again, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to adjust the exposure. What do I want to adjust it to? No, it keeps going to there. Hate the native app. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it! It keeps sliding up to video. I don't want it to. I'm trying to hold down. I'm not trying to AF lock. Oh my lord. Who knows how to use this app, man? I'm trying to adjust the maybe I won't. Just forget it. Look how yellow it is too. Oh my gosh, because I can't control white balance in this. Or can I? Can I control white balance in the native app? Is this white balance? What are you? No. Auto off. I don't even know what that thing is. What's that? What's that picture supposed to be? Auto off. Something is max 1 second. I don't know what that is. I'm going to turn it off because I don't know what it is. No, it's not batteries. Yeah, it worked. Like, watch this. Watch. Click. It takes a picture. No problem. It works in the native app. Doesn't work in the software. Therefore, the software is broken. The other non-native software. Okay. What are you? You're live. No, I don't want that. Live off. What's this do? I don't know how to use the native app. No, I don't want the timer. Buzz off. What are you? Ah, exposure. There's exposure. Interesting. It's actually, I'm getting it wrong. It's not exposure that I want. It's white balance that I want. 16:9. That's fine. What are you? Live off. Sure, I don't know what live is, so I don't want it. What do you say what you are? Something night. I don't want you. No flash, obviously. See, there's not enough. There's not enough of the good stuff that I need. Oh well. Have at it. So this is what we're gonna see right here. And at least I have a grid system because I like to align it so that I can see, you know, make it look pretty. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. Okay. This is a complex shot. I might have mentioned. The one thing about Black Angel, played in a very long time. Like I say, I've been trying to get this video underway for a really long time. and just all kinds of other stuff have gotten in my way. I was working on, if you joined me for work last Tuesday, you saw I was working on a Mythic Mischief video. And that just launched today, actually. If you go check out GameFound, I'm one of the many, many videos on the page. They pay for a lot of videos. I don't think, here's what I have to check. I don't think that you get all of your robots in this bay at the beginning. You Twitch follower, did I miss it? Did I miss? Do I not have? Oh, I know why I'm not seeing those. Because my, oh no, my chatbot's right there. Why didn't it show me? What's the count up to? Let's check. Bagoosh! 73! I lost someone. Did I? Oh no, 73. No, that's right. That's up. That's up. Thanks, Stacy. Good to see you, Stacy. So yeah, I'm just having a bevy of technical issues trying to get this photography done for this game. And I've forgotten how many robots go in the main depot. 11, number 11. 8 robots of your color, 5 of them in the break room, and 1 in each of the 3 workstations. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I shouldn't leave it so long between, you know, playing the game, writing the script, and doing the photography, because I'm gonna make mistakes. No, that's not the break room. That's the break room in the middle. These are the... okay. You guys played this game? Do you know it very well? That would be great. I think it was Karen Arnak who subscribed. That sounds like... I'm not going to accuse anyone of chicanery, but Susan Arnak sounds like Stacey Everdell in disguise, doesn't she? There's something fishy about that. You put 5 guys here, 1 guy here. And these robots fall over easily, so I can already anticipate, and they stick to my hands a little bit, to my gummy, clammy fingers. Sometimes I gross out people when I'm playing board games with them because I'm able to just like palm a card like this and it sticks to my chameleon hands and pull it off the table. I get a little bit clammy. Gross, Ryan, gross. Yay, Susan Arnak. Welcome, Susan Arnak. Thank you for joining us. I say, I don't know if this is the right stream to start with, but I'm trying a variety of things, you may have noticed. A variety of things. This is the first time I've ever captured on camera the boring doldrums of shooting. This is, of all the stuff that I have to do to make these board game videos, I have to tell you, I have to confess, this is the worst task. This is the task I enjoy the least, and maybe it would go better if, you know, if the tech worked. That would be nice. Oh look, it says 5 per person right in the middle of the board. I'm not paying attention. Maybe it would go better if the tech worked better and I get less bummed out about it, but I don't know. I'm pretty hooked on my computer, and one of the problems with doing photography is that I'm kind of like away from the computer the whole day, and if my wife Cheryl and I have a thing where we message each other using Google Hangouts, now Google Chat, and if either of us takes more than 15 seconds to respond to the other, we get a little bit testy. So it leads to a lot of testiness because Cheryl will be messaging me from upstairs and I won't be responding because I've got my phone stuck in Do Not Disturb and I'm not looking at the computer, and so it causes some strained marital relations. Photography does, weirdly. I told her you were a nice and funny guy. Well, thank you so much, Stacy. That's pleasant of you. You might see a different side of me on this stream, though. Man, when things don't work, I lose my cherub-like demeanor, to quote Jean Panette. Stacey Everdell's my sister and told me about you, so I tuned in. Aha! Aha! I knew there was some connection. I knew something was going on. Can't put one past the old Rai. So does that mean like Stacy digs? Is it that simple? Stacy digs Everdell, you dig Arnak? Because if you dig Arnak, boy howdy do I have something for you. On Thursday, I like to play games either against the chat or solo. I like to stream like playthroughs. And what's coming up on Thursday, you ask? It's going to be Arnak. Arnak solo. Can't wait. I've never played that game solo. I made the connection much faster than others. Really? Like, sign this man up at the FBI. Great. Robots, robots, robots. Are we digging the music? How's the volume? Can you guys hear the music? I can hear the music. Just punch smooth funk into my ear the entire time I'm doing this. That's another thing, another reason why the photography kind of stinks and I don't like it, because I always forget that I'm supposed to be playing music the entire time and just grooving and getting these shots done, and then I don't for some bizarre reason. It's much better with music, that's for sure. Okay, so that's that stuff set out, and then the dice go in here. So we got 4 players. That means we need 4 dices. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of those 4 has to be the yellow 3 that we rolled for. Oh no! It's gonna be here because so what I'm doing is I'm doing the shot in reverse, right? So I'm setting it up the way it looks at the end, and then taking stuff off the board because it's way less dangerous if you do it the other way. It's too easy to like bump stuff with your finger and burn the shot is what I call it. Sort of like taking a piece of terminology from curling. I don't know if real live stop motion animators call it burning the shot, but that's just when you're going, and then you like elbow a piece of the set out of the way, and so you got to redo the whole thing. Happens quite a bit. All right, so you rolled a 3. Let's say you got one of these, you got one of these, and you got one of these. Blue definitely rolled a 1 green and a 1 blue. I'm going to do that before I forget. And you just got one of these, and you got one of these, and you got one of these, and you got one of these. Blop. And you got one of these, and you got one of these. Lovely. How's that look? And these are in place, and these are in place, and these are in place. Great. Just wanted to say he doesn't need to be so hard on himself. I know. Thanks, Cthulhu. Ryan, big question. Voidfall. Big answer. Heck yes. I don't know. I don't know if you know, on Board Game Geek, you can, like, any game that you're interested in, you can subscribe to it, and then anytime anybody posts anything, if there's pictures, if there's anything related to that tagged with that game, you'll get it in your inbox. So I guess, as they say, my eyes were bigger than my stomach when you're talking about food, and I was like, yes, sign me up, and I just didn't have time to read or look at everything. But I like Mind Clash. I'm surprised they did what they did and went with a 4X space game, because it seems like, kind of, with Eclipse out there and a bunch of others, it seems like a really crowded category, right? But I don't know, I like what they do. I was just playing Anachrony on the weekend. Quite like that game. Full disclosure, they sent it to me for freezies, but I loved it. Eno Tool is so good. Yeah, nice to mention Eno Tool, because he's the artist who did all the artwork for this game. And this is Black Angel. See you later, Cthulhu. I think I missed you saying goodbye. You've also been playing Scythe lately, and I'm enjoying that one also. Yeah, Scythe is great. We're in the middle of the campaign. We're in the 3rd chapter of the campaign, and I'm just this week I've been printing out the Scythe insert for the big dumb empty box for dumb dummies, which is $30 for an empty box, which is why I call it that. I can't pronounce either of those usernames. And Guyan, who 628-24601, and H Skyline. I have to run, Don C says. Have to run to a call. Hope to rejoin later. Ta-ta for now. Bye, Don. Thanks for joining us for a little bit. Yeah, Mind Clash, David Tortzi, Nigel Buccolino Tools, Space 4X. It's like my dream game checklist. I actually wrote an article when they announced it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm excited about this. And these are the 5 reasons why. And I think those are 4 of the 5 things I listed. No, 1, 2, 3... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think the only thing I didn't mention is Nigel Bucko because I don't know Nigel from anything, so I can't recommend him. But not that I can't recommend him. I just don't know enough to say anything either way. Great. What does this shot have to do? So what I have to do is I have to remove the player's dice, everything but blue, and then I have to remove green, blue, yellow in that order for the blue player. Green, blue, yellow. I might not look at chat for just a second because I'm concentrating. And then I have to pop on all the dice in the depots. Yellow, blue, and green. Green, blue, yellow. So the order is green, blue, yellow because I'm going in reverse. I'm just looking at the shot list. Pop on tokens for compartments starting with U. U is blue. That's a thing about Knights Around the Table videos, is you, the player who represents you, whenever I say, oh, you put your dice here, you put your tokens over there, you are always the blue color if the blue color is available. And I do that just because I think that most people like playing blue. And how do I know that? I don't know. But it also jives with the aesthetic of the channel, right? I got a lot of blue in the branding. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the slate. My button, please tell me my button works. Oh God, please tell me my button works. Oh, and I gotta lock focus, or else that'll be really bad. Autofocus lock. Go. Okay. Good. Picture. Is autofocus actually locked? Yes, that's blurry, that's focused. Alright, here we go. So, what was the order again? Green, blue, yellow. So we'll start with red down here. Green, blue, yellow. And then we'll do white, green, blue, yellow. Then we'll do pink, green, blue, yellow, and then we'll do U, green, blue, yellow. Okay, that's all the dice. Then pop a single robot for each depot. So, a single robot for each depot. Should I do it per depot? Yeah, I'll do it per depot. Is that how it's mentioned? Everyone gets a robot in each of these 3 dice depots. So I'm gonna take off. I'll go in order red, white, pink, blue, just like I did with the dice. Okay, that's all of those guys. Pop a single robot for each depot. Pop on the dice in the depots, yellow, blue, and green. Okay. Yellow, blue, and green in that order. So this can be any number, it doesn't matter. Because they get rolled after this. Yeah, I'm doing this shot in reverse, Stacy. Because it's... Well, you can't really see those dice at the top of the screen. I didn't factor on that. I framed the shot incorrectly, but Yeah, you'll see him go. You'll get the point. Okay, pop the dice in the depots, yellow, blue, and green, so I went green, blue, yellow. Pop on tokens for the compartments starting with you, so that means I have to end with you, so I pop these off. Pop blue robots in break room, then all others. Okay. Kind of, didn't I have the red one here? I don't know. Those robots should have been there. That's okay. This is where it's very likely that I'll knock something over and blow the whole shot and have to redo it. Sometimes I've gone in with tweezers. You can't bump the table. It's almost like playing a game of Operation. That. Don't touch the sides. Okay, there's those ones. So you can imagine doing this in not in reverse, right? You'd be setting them all up and trying to set them all up without knocking the other ones over. Very dangerous. I have played this, but I've only played it once. I played it with my friend Dave and my wife Cheryl, and Cheryl at the time was not in the mood for new board games, and this one's really overwhelming, and the rule book isn't that good. Almost forgot to take a picture. That's another thing I do sometimes is I lose my train of thought and forget to snap it. Yeah, so Cheryl had real trouble with it, and there's this one anomaly with scoring that doesn't work as you'd expect it to, and I'm definitely going to bring in my little rules gremlin character at that point, because I like to bring him in whenever it's like a rule that I really want people to pay attention to, because it doesn't work super intuitively. And despite, you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. Despite just explaining a rule to someone 3 or 4 times, they get it in their head that it's one way, and then they mess it up, and then they get sad by the end of the game. Okay, full board. Pop blue robots and break room, then all others. Okay, so I guess it starts with those dice on there, and just in case it doesn't, I'm gonna take him off just for the last part of the shot, and then this epic shot will be finished. What time on Thursday for Aranak? It's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, and 6 p.m. British Standard Time. Or British Summer Time, sorry. Where are you joining me from, Susan Aranak? Hi, Nightwind. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm finally coming up for air and looking at the chat. I feel like I just need to start collecting Ian O'Toole designed games. Yeah, he's I shouldn't say just the artist, but he's the artist. So they pair, publishers pair him up with different designers. So it's not necessarily going to hold true that just because he was involved with a game, you're really going to enjoy it, but you might just really enjoy the artwork. The last one that I think I did a video for with Ian O'Toole's artwork was Dead Reckoning, and the designer of that was John D. Clare, who did Mystic Vale. And I quite liked it. Oh, Jean-Claude Bunster. Thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Right. Oh, we should put this little thing back up. 73. Hoi. Hodo. Ho. Right. So that's what it takes to get like a whole stop motion shot in one of these videos. So, like, it looks like a lot of work, right? And then you see it done, and yeah, it is a lot of work. Right. Down to BO2. BO2 of how many? I think there are 52 board shots, and so that's one. That's one in the can. East Coast. Okay, so you're Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, 1 p.m. on Thursday. the art thing applies to stuff with the Miko for my family. Oh yeah, the Miko. So he did the last one I worked on with his artwork was Plunderous, but I think that was him. But he does like the blanks of the cardinal direction blank games, right? Those ones, Architects of the North Sea Kingdom, all those. I haven't played a whole bunch. I've only played one of them, and I don't own any of them, so I'm not super familiar with them at all. And the one that I played, honestly, I didn't really dig, if that's okay. I think I mentioned it on the last stream because it's a tile laying game. Oh, when I was doing Sagani, I don't really like tile laying games, and so Raiders or Explorers of the North Sea is like remind me a lot of Carcassonne, and I'm not the hugest Carcassonne fan. All right, BO2, shot of board starting with Ravagers on it and dice in place from the start of the game so we can highlight the action areas. Dice in place from the start of the game. Should I have... Now I gotta set everybody up again. That's okay. That's okay. So 5 of each robot, and maybe I'll get the colors right this time. It'll be a little bit inconsistent shot to shot, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Right, these guys are in here. Whew, that was a close one. Doesn't really matter where they are in the middle. In fact, I might just mix them up just to reinforce that idea. Sagani, that was fun. Yeah, Sagani, you know what? So I gave it a thought. I gave Sagani a thought, and it was more than I expected it to be, that's for sure. But then, like, soon after, I saw a trailer for a video game, a puzzle video game, where you're swapping tiles and matching colors and doing things, and there's, you know, effects and everything. And I thought, like, I don't know, for the money, if I were just to play something solo, it would just make more sense for me to just play that video game. I know that a lot of people like the tactility of board games, but as far as playing stuff solo, like, I'm not in this to be a lone wolf. Board games are a way for me to facilitate... Oh, thank you, Tim J. Thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. Board games are a way for me to facilitate, you know, social gatherings with my grown-up friends, because my wife and I were just talking this morning. It's like super hard to make friends as a grown-up, isn't it? I'm hoping that I didn't screw up that shot. That last shot. How many dice were supposed to be in each depot? Hold on. Hopefully it was 1 per player. If not, oh crap. 2. Ah, no. Did I mess that up? Sort the dice by color. Place them in the supply areas of the Black Angel game board. I might have screwed up that first complicated shot. Shoot. Crumbs. Oh well, I can redo it later. No, it's not that you distracted me. It's that it's just been so long since I actually played it and remember how everything goes. It's not your fault at all. Let's see, where did I screw up? I was supposed to, I think what I was supposed to do was have all these dice in the depots. And I think I only had 4 when it's supposed to be 6 in a 4-player game. Crap! Crap, 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 crap. I mean, one thing that I've done, and this takes, you know, oodles of time too, is I've gone back and, like, Photoshop stuff in. Like, Sagani did look fun solo. Hey, BDM. Not worth me paying for, but I enjoyed it. I would enjoy it if I owned it. Yeah, I mean, Sagani would be a great pick if you went to a board game cafe and you're like, yeah, let's have a cuppa and play some Sagani. It's nice and light, really easy to explain the rules, really quick for everybody to grasp it. What was I doing? 3 goes to this guy, and he also gets a 1. He's male. I'm just making a male in my mind. Not that it matters to anybody, but I'm just going to call you he because I picture you blue as myself. Right, so you get one of these, and you get one of these, and you get one of these. I'm not going to match the numbers on the other people. I don't know. I don't think it matters. Especially since I'm redoing that last shot anyway. Doink. Doink. No, we had a that's not right at all. We had a conversation about doinks. Because if you saw the Mythic Mischief video this morning, I spent a long time putting sound effects in that one. That's one of the ways I want to improve my offering, is to add more sounds, because I think it's more engaging that way. And it's just hard because I need sound effects like and like doo what? You know, and like, donk, you know, just little incidental, really subtle doinks and puts and, you know, and how do you search that? Like DRFF, DOINK, I don't know. I have looked up doink, and it's not in the library that I use. Oh, here we're talking about. Same with Vital Lacerda. Those look great, but way expensive, especially in Canuck bucks, man. That's the Eagle Griffin issue. The Eagle Griffin issue capitalized. So expensive. I also have / owned all of the EG Lacerda games. Sold Lisboa because it wasn't for you. Yeah, I've heard that a lot about Lisboa. Mostly from you, actually, I think. I want to play on Mars or Kanban, but 180 Canadian is steep. That's a steep entry point. I agree. Now, they sent me Kanban EV for free, but I received On Mars as a Christmas present, so sounds like money flew out of our bank accounts for that one. But yeah, man, oh man, is it ever expensive. I mean, nice production values. All the pieces are wood and they're screened, which costs extra money. And they have vacuum formed trays inside to put everything in, so it's nice production value. But whew, Kanban giveaway. The problem with the giveaways, and I mentioned this too, I have things that I could give away. For example, I famously have, if you're on the Discord server, and I'll throw the link up again. Oh, and it overlaps things. Oh, how gross and ugly. If you're on the Discord server, I've talked a lot about how I mistakenly received 3 copies of Pendulum from Stonemaier Games. And so I would love to give 2 of those away, but the problem is the cost of shipping it. By the time I ship a copy of Pendulum to somebody, it will cost me probably more money to ship it than it would for that person to just go to the store and buy it. So I don't know what to do. I have a couple small things that I can give away though. I have a dice giveaway coming up. If you like dice, that I feel really guilty about, because the sponsor gave me the dice a very long time ago and I still haven't given them away because I wasn't streaming, and I kept thinking, man, one of these days I'm gonna be a real boy, I'm gonna stream. And it just took me a year and a half to work up the guts, because I was like, what happens if I stream and my technology breaks in the middle of a stream? Or what happens if I want to stream photography, my shutter button breaks? Oh no, I'll never recover. So, well, you saw what happens when I stream and my photography button breaks. You just, I don't know, knuckle up and keep streaming, I guess. That was the answer. So it took me a long time to work up the courage to do this. Let me see. Oh yeah, so $1 to enter, and then that pays for the shipping. It's possible. I've looked at 2 things. I've looked at user pay shipping, but that's where you get the problem where you might as well buy it and it'll cost the same amount of money. The problem with $1 to enter and then that creates a pool to pay shipping is that I like to do everything by the book and follow all the rules and not get charged or arrested for anything. And there are laws around contests and giveaways and things, and there's certain things you can and can't do. So Stacy, I can't remember, did you win? I think you won the one of the 2 codes for the Talisman Digital, right, on a stream a little while back. The deal with that, I had to ask you where you lived, because if you lived in Canada, I would have had to give you a skill testing question in order to give you that prize. But if you live in the United States, I'm actually not allowed to give you a skill testing question. It's the law that you can't give a skill testing question, and in Canada you must give a skill testing question. So just a little view into how kind of picky it gets. Depends on where you're shipping. US to US, I sent a game Pendulum size this morning. Yeah, size is only part of the issue. Weight is the other issue. And Canada Post is the third prong of that. So I could say like, oh, I'll only ship the prize to somebody in Canada, but most of my viewership isn't in Canada. And then if I'm shipping from Canada to the States, then I think it's a bit more expensive when you ship into Canada from the States, because the border guys like to take their cut and they throw customs and duty on it every single time. I love Canadians. They can have the prizes. Well, that's very generous of you. I didn't even check to see. It used to be the case in the Xbox 360 days that if you got a code for a game, the codes were region locked, and they were either Canadian or American codes, and if you got an American code, you couldn't punch it into the Canadian Xbox 360 store. I didn't even check to see if that was the case, but I hope that the other winner who doesn't live in the States is able to use that code, or at least get it to somebody who's able to use it. Great, great, great. The important est viewers are Canucks. Oberon, are you Canuck? Can we assume that? What's shot B02? I don't know. I scrolled away. B02, B02, B02. Shot of the board with starting Ravagers on it and dice in place from the start of the game so we can highlight the action areas. Then get a close-up view of the dice stuff from that pulled out shot. Flip one of the player's dice to the opposite side. Okay, I think I know what's going on there. I just have to check how many Ravagers get stuck on the board at the beginning of the game. Do 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 do. Looks like it's 2 Ravagers off the top. By the way, I have BDM to thank for this game. He very generously talked about shipping stuff, expensive stuff in the mail. He shipped this game to me, and I opened it up on a. I didn't even know what it was. I just like to open the box and on camera be surprised and delighted like a little child, and I was, because I was super pumped about this game. So thank you again so much, BDM, for this copy of Black Angel. Right. So let's say that the Ravager is going to go here. Where's my overlap going to go? It'll go here, and then when cards overlap, they'll go over here to the left. And I'll say that the other one will go up here. I'll have to adjust my view so that you can see all of that jazz. But I need to be able to show the entire board. I'm showing the entire board. There's some stuff that I have to depict on the board as well, including the scoring markers. This is kind of like a Bee Gees rip, eh? This song. Man, this is a case of the music definitely not matching the action on camera. the action on camera. Right. 1, 2, 3, and where's my blue piece? Where's my white piece? There it is. Put blue on top because blue is the star. You are blue. The music is very 70s 8mm sports movies for stag nights. Yes, it does sound that way. Were you expecting to take my pants off at any moment? By the way, I'm wearing pants. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like, what will make me look the least fat on camera for this? Because usually when I set up my videos, I'm like, "Hi, it's Ryan from Nights Around a Table," and I have like it's up to the chest, so you don't see any. But you don't see my today's wrinkly T-shirt or anything like that. Whatever. We're showing the ugly side on social media today, aren't we? I feel like the music matches the game board though. Space funk. Agreed. It's kind of like, man, I like what he did. I love what he did with this game. It was like, okay, Ian, we need you to do a space game. He's like, one word. Pink. Love that. So if I'm showing all of this, then I need to be able to show these tiles on the left as well. If I'm pulled up this far. And I can't remember how many go down. Stop picking on my friend. Oh, that's so nice, Stacy. Thank you. Oh, I've been trying to lose weight all year long. Actually, not all year long. I started in March or April, and I'm going to September 20th just to see what I can accomplish. So far it's been about 15 pounds, which ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. I was sort of slowed down. I find fall and winter are much easier times to limit my calorie count, and I think that's all down to routine, because that's when I'm making dinners and the kids are in school and we have predictable eating times and not eating times and bedtimes and da da da. But in the summer, when it's just like, I'm hungry, what time is it? The sun's still shining, it's 9:30 at night, oh my god, I gotta eat. Quick, what can I grab? Look, I found 3 mozzarella sticks in the bottom of the freezer. Go, go, go. That's what summer's like with eating for me. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. I don't know if you have similar issues. Oh, I forget. One of these is the boost side, and one of these is the not boost side. That's the boost side. So we're going to go not boost side up. Do 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 do. I also rigged up my my stream panic button, which is very necessary. That's what I'm gonna put up if I have to go pee. I didn't have that on past streams, and I really could have used it. I could have used it when that microphone broke. Still don't know what's up with that. I gotta do some testing because I kind of rely on that microphone for Thursday's Arnak stream. Totally get that. I'm not a summer person in general. Son, go to bed already. I know, son. Stop keeping everybody awake. What do you think you're doing? We got lives to lead. I used to consider myself a summer person, and then I saw a very challenging meme, I guess it was, where a person's like, you don't actually like summer, you just associate it with having free time off as a kid, but as an adult, it's a miserable, uncomfortable season. I'm like, you know what? There's wisdom in that, for sure. Go ahead. I'm gonna put it the way it is in the rule book, just because they had it figured out. So it's important that you can't really see what's going on. I'm going to move the camera over so you can see what's going on. I'm just putting these tiles down here so they're ready for me. So you do this, and then you flip 3 of them out, but it's what they're trying to depict is that you don't flip them off the stacks and into the line necessarily. So they made sure in the rule book to have green on the bottom next to a yellow one. Wait, am I on the boost side now? I am. Oh my gosh, I'm on the boost side now. That was a close one. So the yellow one next to the green one, and then a not blue one next to the blue one, and a not yellow one next to a yellow one. Oh, that was super cool. Nobody caught that, eh? All right. Totally get that. I'm not okay. Yeah, I've already read that. I read that message. I know what she's saying. I'm following along. I feel like I gotta dance when I do photography today. This is nice though. It's nice having you guys pop in, saying hello, saying nice things. It's nice having the music playing. This is a music service that I just signed up for a free trial for, and it's just all free music that you can just play while you're streaming, which I think livens it up a little bit. Makes me sing, makes me dance. Why not? I don't know if it's worth the money quite yet, but we'll try it on the next few streams, and you can let me know music or no music. And please also let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet, because I can adjust that as well. Sometimes I can't always figure that out. Oh, listen, this is like an Atomic Dog ripoff. Doom, 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 P-Funk. You know, Atomic Dog was sampled for that Snoop Dogg song, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. So right about there to show everything. Because this is a shot where we're showing all the different depots. We're highlighting them with a trace. Get on the dance floor. I shouldn't sing copyrighted lyrics to non-copyrighted songs. Gin and juice, yeah. A little bit, eh? Do you ever hear the the redneck version of Gin and Juice? It's incredible. It's by the, is it the Gourds? Is that the name of the band? It's fantastic. Look it up on YouTube. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. It's amazing. You're not getting any work done, and I am. Well, I mean, I'm not doing anything too riveting. You work on your stuff and just kind of have me on in the background. This is really, this. If this isn't dull already, Stacy, it'll get pretty dull as we go. Okay, so I think that's. I shouldn't talk as much. I'm distracting you by talking. I promised myself I wouldn't talk. Focus. Focus. It's very yellow. It's yellower than I like it to be. And that's because I can't control white balance, I don't think, from the native app. But let's call it that. B2. Shot of board with starting Ravagers on it, dice in place from the start of game. So we can highlight the action areas, then get a close-up view of the dice stuff from that pulled out shot. Flip one of the player's dice to the opposite side. Okay. Slate it. It's pretty good. And then, did I forget anything? Oh, I did forget something. Oh, thank God. So when I screw up, which I just did, I flip myself the bird. Take that, me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you notice what I missed? Missed putting these guys in the little areas. Really easy to mess up a board game video, especially one with 8 million pieces and I think 147 shots for me to get, which I won't get through them all this afternoon. That's for darn sure. This is like Lost in La Mancha, that's Terry Gilliam. Not that this is anything like a Terry Gilliam movie, but I just mean, if there was such a thing as production hell for board game videos, this is it. I just haven't been able to start this, haven't been able to progress, haven't been able to finish, constantly called away on different things, but it's been summer, and summer is difficult to get things done. Okay, so those guys are in there now. That should be it. And now it wanted me to go in to around here to the blue guys stuff. I'll just swap focus again. Then lock focus. Steady my phone. Steady, steady, steady. 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 That looks okay. And go. And the one I'm going to flip is going to be the blue one to a 3. Shoot, I hit this, so I have to flip myself the bird. Beautiful. Did you guys pull apart Zia and glue it up? No. No, I just... I threw Zia in the box and walked away. So that's a future me problem. But I wanted to ask, and I did ask the people on the Discord server. I just want to make sure, and the person who responded to me on the Discord server doesn't actually own Zia and has never played. So there were. So there are white tokens left over, and I'll put them under this camera. And I assume those are just all like punchboard blanks that don't really matter. But the one I was just concerned about, I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any need for this white toilet seat, right? That's like technically I can throw that out or stick it in a box somewhere, right? That doesn't belong in the Zia box. Please let me know if you know the game really well. Don't want to accidentally misplace it or chuck it out if I need it. That was BO2. BO3. So BO1, BO3. Yellow action space with no Ravager. Put a 0 on the space. Wipe, put a 3, pop it off. So the yellow action space, I forget how this game works. The yellow action space with no Ravager. No Ravager. Which action space though? Put a 0 on the space. I can't just say yellow action space. There's 2 yellow action spaces. Hold on, let me see what the script says. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter which space it is. So it can be this one. You don't have it. I have no idea if I need to keep this bit bin. I'm starting one, and when Eagle Griffin sent me all those games, they sent I guess they did alternate artwork for a bunch of these international dresses in this expansion, and Matt the rep sent me a whole stack of them from, you know, they're all pretty similar, but I get this whole stack, and I'm only supposed to use one punch card, so I've got this whole stack of them. But again, that might be a good giveaway in the future. So I took that whole stack, and that's actually in a bin off to the side on my table. And then the other thing that comes in that game or Kanban, is replacement solo cards for Escape Plan, which I don't own, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with those. So that's going into that bin. So yeah, I've got, and then in other games when I buy like metal coins, what do you do with the cardboard ones? Well, those are going into that bin for now because I just don't have the heart to throw things out. Eventually I'll have to have the heart to throw things out, but yellow spaces, no Ravager, BO3. Put a 0 on the space, wipe it, put a 3, pop it off. So it starts like this. Put a 0 on the space, the stars are zeros. Wipe. Put a 3. Wipe just means it's a new shot, so I don't have to worry about burning it or anything. And pop it off. And that was BO3. They're not all bears like, oh god, like that first shot. Now I gotta crawl under the table. Fine, I'll do it. Did I show butt crack? Somebody take a clip of that. Please don't. All right. I'm sewing, Stacy. It's a good stream for that. What are you sewing, Susanna? Oh, you said you were getting, who said they were getting homeschool materials ready, technically? Is that you? I'm getting everybody confused now in my brain. It's too much to hold in my head. Photography and chat messages, multiple people. BO4, what's next? Stacy, if you were to do something that wasn't keeping an eyeball on this stream, what would it be? What am I keeping you from? BO4, pop a yellow 3 into its depot. Oh, into its depot. I was like, didn't I just do that? Okay, into its depot. This is what I mean by depot, these things. So I'm safe now. I think I can move a couple pieces around. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do 2. And I'll get it nice and tight so that, I don't know, just follows. See, this focus, unfocus, lock focus thing is something I don't have to do when I'm using Pro Camera, which I wouldn't prefer to do. I can also tell my phone isn't square to the table, which makes shots look a little bit wonky. All right, we're gonna be BO4. Where is the text? BO4. Steady the phone. Steady the phone. I'm going to do it in reverse because it's easier to take things away than put them on. Okay. Are you focused? I can't really tell. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Board game headbands for our road trip on Saturday. I also homeschool. That's right. You showed pictures of that in the Discord server. The board game headbands. They're so Susanna's making these big, thick, chunky, like elastic bands, like fabric elastics that have. I think you're putting Velcro on one side and sort of like you're sewing a pad so that you can. I assume that was Velcro, so they can, you know, cinch up their board games, keep the lids from falling off. Very nice. Yeah, they look cool. And if you hop on the Discord server, where's my button? This button's getting a lot of play. There it is. Oh no, but it interferes with that. I always forget. Hop on the Discord server, you can see the pictures that Hoppy has shared of those board game headbands. BO5 looks like what? BO5, close up on a spot, place a Ravager and a damage cube there. Close up on a spot. Any spot? Yes. Okay, then I'll do the one closest to me. Oh, but I don't want to do that one because it's confusing because it has the no Ravager symbol on it. So I'll do this green one up here. So, Ooh. Close on the spot, place a Ravager and a damage cube there. I need the damage cubes. Blankety blank blank the rest. Is that a swear or is that a URL? I can't tell. Oh, did you just see? You might not have seen that, but the white balance just changed dramatically on this shot. Oh, that's gonna make the colorization of this thing so painful. I'm just gonna go out to Pro Camera and I'm just gonna see if this works yet. It doesn't. What a pain. What a pain. But hopefully this video will be enough to convince them that, look man, your software is busted. Are there any people, are there any dice on this shot? BO5? BO5. Just what you can't see on the left side of that shot list is like, I use Google Docs to write my scripts, and this is just comments that are highlighting different sections of the script. So what you can't see on the left and what I'm looking at over here is the left side of the script. So BO5. So I often refer to the actual text of the script to find out. These are the notes I made for myself of what's supposed to be in the shot. But I want to make sure that whatever I'm filming fits correctly. There's a species of alien called the Ravagers. You just want to they'll put it right. Okay, wait, technically. Yeah, okay. No fuss, no muss on this one. Just how do I adjust white balance? Just gonna look that up real quick to see if that's a possible thing to do on iPhone's native camera app, because it's driving me crazy. It's gone super yellow and I can tell with my failing eyes and it doesn't look that good. iPhone camera white balance. To adjust the white balance manually, simply slide your finger along the white balance slider next to the auto button. Where's that? I don't have any expansions for Scythe yet. What would you recommend? I think a no-brainer is Invaders from Afar. That's the one that adds the other two, the purple and green factions, the Japanese and Scottish ones. And it's like a little subtle thing, but the mechs for the first of all, the Japanese lady has a monkey as her familiar, which is cool, and like it looks like a metal detector, but I think it's a weapon. And the Scottish guy has a pig, which is adorable, and the mechs look like giant walking bagpipes. And it never actually says it's Scotland, but you know it's Scotland. All right, understanding. Okay, where is the bloody? This is a very old guide. Does anybody know how to adjust white balance on the iPhone native app? Driving me crazy. Drive me crazy. I don't even know what version of the OS I'm using here. How do I change the color balance? Open up Photo in Lightroom, CC Mobile on that, and tap color. Lightroom. Should I be using Lightroom? I mean, I could do that. Let me see. This is load up Lightroom. Because this is, Invaders adds some neat extra factions, but it's really more of the base game. Yeah, that's true. Winds adds airships. They're cool, but a bit more to manage. And I haven't used the airships yet, though I own them. The variable airship powers can be pretty cool. Fenris is a campaign and ultimately adds 2 new factions that are pretty cool. Spoiler alert! Stop. It's impossible for me to avoid knowing that because I've been, like I say, printing out the insert for the Scythe big empty box for dumb dummies, and they on Thingiverse they've been asked by Stonemeyer to like blur or blot out the parts that show what comes out in Fenris, but you're printing trays to hold the secret parts in Fenris, and they even bought the Meeple Source upgrade pack to make the bits in Fenris better. So I've got all these little baggies. It's hard to keep it under wraps is all I'm saying. You would need almost like a DM to keep under wraps for you, and then come out from the other room going like, guess what's in the game now, but that's quite a luxury. I can't afford to hire somebody just to do that for me. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that's the end of the link. MJYMJEF for Discord. We'd love to see you on there. It's a great place. Great place. Nice people. Really nice people. Suspiciously nice people. I don't know. I wouldn't trust them. Right. What were we doing? Lightroom. Let's see if Lightroom. Let's adjust the white balance. I've never used Lightroom, and the trick is that it hooks into your Adobe subscription, which I have. I would like access to my photos. I don't know if it'll take photos or if it just allows me to mess with photos, but I'm going to tell it, I'm going to say don't allow. You can't touch my photos. I don't think I can actually take pictures. Oh wait, here's a camera. Allow access to camera? Yeah, I'll do that. Aha, here's a white balance button. That's good news. White balance. White balance. That's auto white balance. That's person white balance. What's this thing? Can I actually change it with a number? That's to fill with a neutral surface. See, I don't like any of this stuff. Fill with a neutral surface. So this is what you're supposed to do, is like fill it with something that's white. And say, yes, that's what white looks like. But I don't want to do that. I just want to pick a number and stick with a number. White balance can go auto. Oh my, I can. Oh no, that's focus. Shoot. White balance, back to white balance. No, that's pick. That's exposure. I just want to pick a number, friends. I just want a number. What's this button do? White balance fluorescent. Oh, it says at the top, tungsten, daylight, cloudy, custom. I guess what I don't want is auto. That's the only thing I can't handle. I just wish that they would let me, because like this thing's not white, you know what I mean? But maybe if I just focus it on that and then lock it. Is this lock button? Lock. Exposure locked. Oh, that's exposure. Exposure locked. Good, I can lock exposure. That's good news. The white balance still looks screwy to me. I'd like to be able to adjust it. What are you? That's focus. That's reset. That's exposure. It's fine. The big question is, does it work with the old shutteroo? No. Stupid bloody thing. So that's okay. That's it for Lightroom. Lightroom, not an option. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Oh no! Neutral should be midpoint grade. DJ Mock V, you know way more about this stuff than I do. And this seems to be all I do with my life these days, so... Terrible person. Went with folded space for our scythe. Ultimately stupid box. It is ultimately stupid, isn't it? I get why he did it, but selling a big empty box is dumb. Worse than that, I don't know, if you're going to sell that to people who have all the stuff, and they might, I don't know, they might seek atonement with the Wingspan one, I don't know, because they, you know, the right thing to do is you hire game trays and you get them to design all the boxes for everything, and you put those inside your big box. What they did instead, here, like, I'll show you, this is nuts. You get the big empty box for big stupid dumb dummies, and then he gives you this. There's 3 of these, and like Cheryl put it, like, look at this gap here. These are like the flimsiest, crappiest. These are essentially like, and there's nothing in them. They got unnecessary, like, who wants these flaps in the way when you're trying to get stuff? And does this make, there's 3 of these, each the same size, that fill up a portion of the big stupid box for dumb morons. Like, you're just supposed to like throw your bits in there and have them rattling around, and you're like, no, I'll put these bits in this box and these bits in that box. Well, that's way better. Like, that's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing. The box, you should have been able to buy the box with the insert. Now, I appreciate that, you know, it allows people more freedom if they want to buy a wood insert, or they want to buy a foam core insert, if they want to 3D print their own. It gives you leeway, but like, I don't know, something about it rubs me the wrong way. To balance the image using the white balance selector, click on a pixel that should be neutral gray, not white or black. And when you do so, click on a pixel with this finger. When you do so, Lightroom will adjust the image so that the selected pixel is a neutral gray, and as a result, the color in the image will change. But it does, thank you for looking that up, DJ Mock V, but it doesn't matter because Lightroom doesn't look like it's responding to the shutter either, and that's what I desperately need. It's like shutter, and then all other features are secondary to that. Let me just make sure. No. Oh, let me just see if there's a setting. No. The grid system, grid and level. What are you? Man, the technical problems on this stream all the time. Choose save uncompressed original. No, none of that. None of that. Back to programmer just to see if it wants to work now. It does not. Let me turn this off and turn it back on. The boxes weren't meant to hold anything. They're spacers in case you don't have some of the expansions. Okay, Oberon, but when they advertised the box, they said that it fits the expansions without their boxes, didn't it? Or am I getting that wrong? There's some stupid smaller boxes in the big dumb box. That's, yes, true, and they're really cheaply paid. But the button doesn't work, so we're relevant now. Yes, correct. Seriously, the idea of making really insert for everything would have been fantastic. And I have a feeling that that's what they're doing with Wingspan, but we'll see. We'll see. It was weird marketing. The box was clearly aimed for people who have all sides, but then designed for people that didn't. Yeah, that's a good point. Strange, strange, strange. And then the other thing is, like, they separately sold a consolidated rule book. I don't know, charge more for the big box and stick that in there. Right? If that's your thing for the people who have everything, wouldn't that be, I don't know. If I ran the world, nope, button's not working. Back to camera, native app. I just don't like how yellow this shot is looking, but looks like I'm going to have to deal with it. What shot are we even on? BO5. Oh god. BO5 out of, what did I say, 50 something? It's going to be a while. Like I can adjust that in post, that white balance, but I don't want to. Like at least when I do it in Pro Camera, the whole batch, so I can lock everything so that the entire batch of shots is going to be off in the same way, so I can apply the same colorization filter to them and not have to spend hours picking through every single individual shot and color adjusting it the way I want it. But I can tell this is yellow. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, you're not on. You're not on landscape. Landscape. Landscape, please. Landscape. Please. Turn to landscape. Okay, a moment. There's no setting in Pro Camera for device support. Device support, like supporting one of these things. Like I say, I think all this does is it triggers volume up. Like it's the same as pushing the volume up button. And so what you do in Pro Camera is set it so that when you push volume up, it takes a picture. So that when you push this, it sends the volume up signal and then it takes a picture in Pro Camera. But as we saw in Pro Camera, pushing the hardware button volume up doesn't even work to take a picture. So it's, I believe the software is busted. Now, when I send this video to Pro Camera with my angry pitchfork complaint, I'm nervous that the designer is going to say like, oh, clearly you forgot to and I won't know what that was until he makes me look like a moron. Also, super dumb question. Did you ever try the trigger with the clone display disconnected? Or do I normally work with it? I don't work with the clone display, so I could try it like that. Okay, let me try it like that. The thought did cross my mind. Then if I disconnect it, you won't be able to see the nice visuals, but maybe that's not a problem. Okay. Guess what? It just took a picture. That's sad. Well, now it'll work. I think it should work with this, all this jazz stuck in there. But that means that I have to take this off the screen now. It's very sad. Simplify and test. You're so right. But I really wanted that on screen, so I should show you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think ideally that should work with the adapter in the socket, right? Like that shouldn't disable that feature. Am I right? I think I'm right. I'm wondering now, you got me wondering now, like when it fails, is it because I've got the power cable plugged in? It just doesn't like having anything plugged into that port? I don't know, but that's stupid. Yeah, it's device confusion between things. But again, still, I think it's a software problem. Hey, can somebody... Here, I can do it. I'm just going to set a marker. Pro Camera works with the HDMI adapter unplugged. Just so that I can go back. If ever you want to set a marker in one of my streams so that it's easier for people to navigate when they're watching playback on YouTube, you just hit !M space whatever, like I just did, and I'll be able to throw that in the I don't like calling it the rerun, but it's the rerun. Stinky poo. I don't know. Not that I'm under any illusion that this stream was interesting while that camera view was on the screen, but I'm worried that it will be even less interesting now that you can't see the shots that I'm setting up. Please let me know. Please let me know if it's like, forget it, we're leaving, this stinks. Maybe you just found the exact source of the bug. Maybe I just found it. Maybe you guys found it. Man, I'm not taking credit for that. That was all you. But it's nice because now I can set white balance to whatever I want, and I can pick a number, and the number is 4200, which I find is perfect for this studio. 4200, and that looks beautiful. And I can, I hold my finger down and I lock. I lock focus, and I keep. So the focus is locked, but the no, the other way around. Exposure is locked. Sorry, exposure. Still a bit picky. Exposure is locked, and focus is not. But when you gently tap, you can't see what's happening on the screen now, which I'm so sorry. But when you gently tap, there, perfect. Exposure is locked. Focus is not locked, so it'll focus properly when stuff gets closer to the camera and not, but it won't make that flicker exposure thing happen. Beautifully. BO5. Now we're cooking with gas. Now, which of my 600 accounts is it for how much longer? Brute force all the accounts. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And that's okay. BO6. Start of the game with 2 Ravagers on the board. That's all? Okay. So I'm just gonna turn the dice around different ways. So it looks like it's like, I don't know, slightly variable. Great, and then there's 2 Ravagers. This one's gone. So one's gonna be here and one's gonna be here. Oh! I messed up. This game's really complicated. I messed up. You can't just put the Ravagers anywhere. There's specific spots based on what the card says. Oh no. Yeah, that is a funny downside to the music. I can't hear the audio. Like, it almost needs to duck the background music so that we can hear the audio. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm on 3 with console sessions on 2 other servers. That's what I get for chatting and working on server upgrades. We're on 3 what? I work on 2 machines minimum. Oh, I see. And I'm constantly typing my password into the wrong app/screen. Yeah, I had a problem with the Jerk, the computer that I use now. Shoot. Wait. I'm losing track. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do for shot... I got to make a note for myself. For shot B... Which one was it with the Ravager on it? I'm going to have to redo BO3, and for shot B2, I'm going to have to either... This is the nice thing too, though. Pearl Games, they gave me PDFs of all their cards. So, okay, here's the situation. All of these Ravager cards that go out on the table, on the board, they have a different depot or a different action space that they're supposed to block, and it says so on the card. And I just, for those last 2 shots, I just put them on the board willy-nilly wherever I wanted to, and that's wrong. So the way I would fix that is either I redo the shot, which wouldn't be too big of a deal, or I just, since Pearl Games provided me all of the artwork, I can just cut it out and I can Photoshop it on, which I do very frequently whenever I mess up shots, because as you can see, I very frequently mess up shots. So I don't know, man, it's turning out like every single shot I've taken so far I've got to redo, but let me just keep a note for myself here. Let me just type this. Oh, I did just get one, FYI. A new follower. Let's get that number. 73. It's the same number. Sounds like a follower on YouTube. Thank you so much, whoever it was. Yeah, I didn't even hear the sound. I was just grooving it, whatever this noise was. Oh, dig that crazy synth. Okay. You can't see what I'm typing here, but I'm going to type BO2, you messed up placing the Ravager there, maybe Photoshop. Or redo, question mark, BO3. BO3 I'm just going to redo right now because was it BO3? Do. Was it BO3 that I messed up? It was BO4 that I messed up. No. It's BO5 that I messed up. So when we mess up a shot, everybody, here's what we do. We write the word redo on the slate. Then we find the proper card that's supposed to go in there. Looking for a green 5. There's one. Shazam. It's quick to read. Oh, look, I'm already framed up. Perfect. So this arm is great because it allows me to really precisely position my camera, but the problem is that sometimes I don't always have the screws and stuff tightened, and so I'll be taking pictures, and what I won't know is very, very subtly the camera will be just doing this, and it's like such a small movement I don't even notice it until I take the pictures into Premiere. And, you know, I lay these sequences out, and they're going like chunk, 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 and stuff's like moving up the screen when it's supposed to be static. BO5 review. Love that crazy working button. Well, flip myself the bird because I don't like the placement of this pink thing. Here we go. Done. Easy fix, easy fix. Next one. Put my deck of cards. Where did I put my deck of cards? One of the things I didn't know I needed in my life is to follow funk bass players on Instagram. It's great. My feed is full of funky bass lines to 60s, 70s, 80s funk and funk, soul, and R&B tracks. You know what's cool about this service I just signed up for? They provide stems, so let me see if I can, at the risk of burning the whole thing down, you can just isolate bass. Hold on, did it work with this? No. No, it didn't. I guess not all of them have stems available. Oh. So there's just the drums. Doesn't sound like it's working with the bass, does it? But I don't know. Maybe it depends on the song. There's everything. Yeah, so you can isolate. If you just wanted to hear what the drums sounded like, you could do that. It's cool. No idea how they get around copyright strikes because they play along to like the pre-recorded music. I doubt they own the copyright. That's highly unlikely. It's always Warner Chappell or Chappell. Great. BO6. Started the game with 2 Ravagers on the board, and the 2 Ravagers are going to go in the right place. So one of them is going to go here, and one of them is going to go here. Of course, you've seen Standing in the Shadows of Motown, I hope. If you like funky bass, that's the movie for you. You haven't watched it yet? It's so good. It's so good. Like, oh, I'm not going to talk it up too much, but it's great. Ooh, this sounds like the drum line from 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, doesn't it? Follow on from the last shot. Place a 3 die on a spot with a Ravager. Pop on a second damage cube. Oh my god. I'm screwing this up. Whenever a Ravager goes on, it gets a cube. Is that true? I think so. Sleeping myself, bird. Place a 3 die on a spot with Ravager. Pop on a second damage cube. Change the die to a 2. Pop it off so you can ghost. I'll explain what that means in just a second. Let's see as I freak out. Really wish you could see the shots I was framing up here. I'm gonna make this a lot more interesting. Well, not a lot more interesting, but the 07. It looks like a 1. Yep, to the original. I mean, maybe it's just like, maybe because, I don't know, I was gonna say maybe because, are they playing radically different bass lines on top of it? Maybe it's like the algorithm, not the algorithm, but the NARC tool can't pick up on the fact that it's the original tune because they're doing noodling stuff on top of it. You know, I don't know, maybe they just having, or maybe they're not doing it like at the behest of the label, are they? Maybe that's a thing too. You didn't enjoy the Muscle Shoals doc. It was fine, but it didn't stick out to me that well. I found that the Muscle Shoals doc, it was kind of like, it wanted to be Standing in the Shadows of Motown. I saw another one, the Muscle Shoals one. There was another one about session musicians, but it's kind of like, oh, Standing in the Shadows of Motown was a well-received. Did it win an Oscar? It at least placed in the Oscars. It was a well-received doc about session musicians. So, you know, oh, we'll do these ones and these ones, and they weren't as good. There was one about the band too. Forget what that one was called. They're playing the bass line. They're playing the exact same bass line. Yeah, not sure why they don't get struck. Just watch Summer of Soul on the weekend. Very, very good. I've never even heard of it. Tell me all about it. Summer of Soul. We talk music. We like music. That's all. We like similar music too, sounds like. Okay, so B07. Follow on from last shot. Place a die. A 3 die on a spot with a Ravager. Pop on a second damage cube, change the die to a 2, pop it off so you can ghost, right? Okay, here we go. B07, are you in focus? I can't really tell because the screen's too far away from my eyeballs, and it would be great if I could beam it, but as we know, as we've learned from Pro Camera, you can't beam it. It doesn't look like it's in focus. B08. Blue space, no Ravagers. Pop on Ravagers with 2 cubes as you place them. Pop damage cube on blue die in the depot. Pop on a die. I don't understand my last instruction to myself there. But I'm up in Blue Town. And let's say, I don't know, has anybody earned points? Sure, this guy's earned points and there's some points going on here. Why not? Actually, no, Red, you get 0. 0 for Red. And you two are tied at 2 points, I guess. And that's another place where like people will get on my case sometimes. They'll be like, technically at the point of the game that you're depicting, it's impossible for White to have earned 2 points. I'm like, yeah, get out of my head, nerds. You just have to steal Cheryl's phone to hook up to HDMI and then you can have it cam your phone. You know what I can do. You know what I can do. Cable display reach. Oh, we were so close. I could do that. And then like all this text stuff, like I get nervous that like this is I don't know if you could hear me, but the cable wasn't long enough for me to get that that camera over here to be able to film the camera that I'm filming the board game with. But so the solution, of course, is to you just get a USB extender, and then like then you end up buying a USB extender, and it's like, oh, not that USB extender. It's got to be the USB of a certain cable grade, and that was not marked on the product, and on and on and on. Tech, and it just breaks and breaks and breaks and breaks until it works. Summer Souls on Disney Plus, directed by Questlove, and it documents the '69 Harlem Cultural Festival. That sounds awesome. A previously forgotten event, the footage of which was locked in a basement for 15 years. That sounds wicked. One of my coolest, fondest memories was when Cheryl and I had our 10th wedding anniversary. We decided to take a little weekend trip down to New York City. And you know those little, you go into hotels and they have the little trifold pamphlets all stuck in about different touristy things you can go. And one of them was Church in Harlem. I thought, that's a tourist thing? That's weird. But I thought, so we were already spending the weekend eating pizza because I read up that this guy runs pizza tours in New